Okay, some genuinely interesting news that I saw, I think maybe an hour or so ago from buying the comics, or maybe not even that long, but like I normally don't like stuff that sci-fi produces. They usually give out shit, usually, but occasionally they have a show or two that genuinely earns my what's the word? My fascination or just fanboyish enthrallment. And that's one of these was a show called Dark Matter that came out. Oh, when was it? I forget when it came out. It was definitely like 2016, maybe 2015. It was right after I moved to Texas when that show started coming out, but it was good. I liked it. And then it got canceled, I think, after season 2 was over, which sucks because I think it ended on a cliffhanger. Like most good science fiction shows do sometimes. And the article is this: creator Joseph Mallozzi reveals he's working on a new Dark Matter miniseries. And I think this could be good. I really wanted to see more of that galaxy or universe that they had created in Dark Matter. I wanted to see more of what was involved. I wanted to see more adventures of the Raza crew. I wanted to see if just all of what would happen. And here, the article reads as follows: made by John F. Trent, June 23rd, 2021, television. Dark Matter creator and Stargate producer Joseph Mallozzi announced he's working on a new Dark Matter miniseries. Mallozzi made the announcement as part of the Dark Matter Monday stream on Orville Nation, where he appeared alongside actress Kate Drummond. Zoli was asked by Orville Nation PJ, Joe, let me just ask you for the record, are you in the process of shopping around or looking to get Dark Matter up and running? Mallozzi responded, I am in the process of coming up with a game plan, if you will, for a miniseries that would be pick up maybe a little time after the last episode of season 4. Eventually, we will shut season 4. I thought there were only 2 seasons. Well, now I have to go back and relook into that now. Eventually, we will shop it around, and maybe the summer the summer is here already soon. It is in the early stages, he concluded. Actually, no, I'm going to look this up now just to be sure. And okay, it was 3 seasons. Oh, I thought it was just 2. Oh, so I just want to see how it ended then. Actually, you know what? No, I'll come back to that later. I'll do that after I've done this. But that is interesting. I didn't know there was a 3rd season. I thought it was only 2, and then after that, it was Gone Baby Gone. Interesting enough, Mallozzi also revealed that he pitched a Dark Matter and Stargate crossover to MGM. Oh, that would have been cool. I would have loved to have seen that. Dark Matter Monday live stream viewers Nate Knows Reviews asked, Joe, would you do a Stargate Dark Matter crossover? Mallozzi responded, sure. I would do a Stargate Dark Matter crossover. In fact, we were actually in talks with MGM about potentially saving Dark Matter, which would have opened the door to a crossover, but alas, we ran out of time. It was not meant to be. Which sucks, because Dark Matter was a pretty good season. I liked that one and Killjoys. I was hoping those two would do a crossover. Dark Matter first aired on Sci-Fi back in 2015. It ran for 39 episodes until the network canceled it in 2017. Which, fuck Sci-Fi for that. But that's just my own personal opinion. The show followed a crew of 6 individuals in a dystopian 27th century who wake up on a ship with no memory of who they are or what they're doing. The show expanded its premise as the crew engaged in intergalactic politics and traveled into alternate dimensions, but it would also bring it back close to home, dealing with the death of loved ones, as well as themes of personal honor, respect, and friendship. Mallozzi previously explained that Sci-Fi purposely destroyed the show when responding to a fan question of why the show was canceled on Reddit. He explained, It irritates me too, especially because I had a 5 season plan for doing it complete with character and story arcs, which is why we were always able to set up the payoff so much as the show went along. But since you asked, this is what went down. When we were first pitching the show, the pilot script went to Sci-Fi's acquisition division in New York. They picked up the show, but as it turns out, the script had also been sent to Sci-Fi's original division in LA, who hated it and passed. And when they found out that the acquisition department in New York had picked up the project they had passed on, I heard they were decidedly unhappy, he detailed. Malozzi elaborated. Then the show premiered and outperformed most of their originals, which, from what I heard, really didn't sit well with Sci-Fi LA. Kind of wouldn't surprise me if that's true. These entertainment people have big egos, and they don't like when things don't go the way they want. The creators then detailed they lost their champion in New York to Netflix. Fast forward 3 years later, and our point person in New York left to go to Netflix. As a result, we didn't have a champion in our corner anymore. Even though we were the network's third most watched show, I heard that not one executive stepped up for us, he continued. And while Sci-Fi LA were never really fans, so we were canceled without so much as press release or a thank you, Malozzi concluded. We went back at them and asked for an opportunity to offer fans a conclusion, even simply in the form of a 2-hour movie. They never even answered the email. What a bunch of douchebags. All 3 seasons of Dark Matter are currently available to stream on Netflix. Are you interested in seeing the... Okay, that's the conclusion. I hope this does go through in some way. I hope he is able to do a miniseries, hopefully with the characters from that show. But, mainly as a fuck you to Sci-Fi, because, like, they really do some stupid shit sometimes. Like, Defiance is probably an example I like to use. That show had a good promise in the beginning, but eventually it just fell through. Especially with the second season, it just wasn't as good. And plus, I think they were also the ones who put out that article for saying there's a disturbing connection between anime and fascism. I don't know if that was a different company or entity or whatever, but yeah, I've always held that against them as well. And I liked Dark Matter. I kind of fell off of it for a while, and by the time I remembered, because I had other stuff going on at the time, I think, and by the time I got back to it, it was already canceled. And yeah, fuck Sci-Fi for that. That was a dick move. And it sounds extremely petty. If what this guy's saying is true, Sci-Fi pulled a Bethesda, basically. Or at least Sci-Fi LA. Like, they pulled a Bethesda level of petty bullshit with this. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'll give you the short version. Human Head Studios, who are making Prey 2, they wanted to remain their own entity and do their own thing with other companies. Bethesda wanted to buy them out. When Human Head wouldn't play ball, Bethesda started fucking with them. Now, obviously, Sci-Fi didn't do exactly that, but it kind of shows they were just waiting for an excuse to do this. And I guess one day they decided since no one was going to go to bat for it now, they could do whatever they wanted with carte blanche. So you know what? Sci-Fi LA, fuck you. I'm glad your state is burning to the ground actively. And now I'm a little creeped out because I just heard a creak from one of the doors. Be right back. Okay, I don't know what that sound was, but for now I'm going to I'm gonna try like most of the people Disney hires and just pretend it doesn't exist for now. But yeah, that's my overall thought is Sci-Fi LA, fuck you. You were a dick for what you did. And fuck Netflix, too, for good measure, for taking away the person who was defending Dark Matter. I mean, technically that wasn't Netflix's fault, but yeah, I say fuck Netflix in general, because I hate what they've done half the time. And it's kind of sad that they couldn't just have changed Dark Matter, or taken from Dark Matter from Sci-Fi to Netflix, because that would have been good. And Yeah, no, fuck Sci-Fi LA. Fuck LA in general. But yeah, I hope this miniseries goes through, mainly because I want to see what the guy does with it. If it's going to be about the main characters from the original series, or if it's... well, they could also do something about characters in that universe that aren't the main cast, but... yeah, I have no idea what they would do with it, though. And... yeah, no, that's about all I can really say. Fuck Sci-Fi, fuck Sci-Fi in general. Fuck Netflix for good measure. And fuck everyone now that I think about it. And yeah, that's just the announcement I wanted to make. It well, not the announcement. I just wanted to inform people that if you don't read Batman the comics, you should, because well, occasionally they put out some interesting news that I don't normally hear about. And yeah, that's it. Have a nice day. Yeah, just have a nice day. If you are a fan of Sci-Fi, the channel, let me know why, because occasionally they put stuff out I like, but it's still schlocky sometimes. Like even Dark Matter was kind of like this, but I liked it for what it was. Like it was weird science fiction with a hint of like 21st century technology inspired weapons, or weapons that looked like they might have been inspired by 21st century guns. The same with Killjoys. That was another thing I liked about that. And it had a Beretta-looking gun that had a compensator on it. I really liked that. And, yeah, it also just... like, the ending of the first season was a punch to the gut, that ending, when you realized who the traitor was. And the death of the death of a certain character in Season 2... that came out of left field for me. I did not see that coming. Kind of showed no one was safe. And yeah, just have a nice day. Hope you found this a little bit like I hope it lightened your mood a little bit if you were a fan of the show. And yeah, remember the game was rigged from the start. Goodbye.